streaming live across the country, tackling the topics everyone is talking about online. Share, engage, and interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Hey everybody, hope you are having a great start to your Monday. Maybe you've already been scrolling through your feeds to see what people are talking about this morning. But if you haven't, we've got a lot of it covered for you right here on Newsfeed Now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Suzanne Bruner. Let's get straight to some video from Chicago. There was a guy people spotted hanging from Trump Tower yesterday. Look at this. He was hanging off the 16th floor, demanding he speak with President Donald Trump. Negotiators spent 13 hours. Yes, 13 hours working with him to come down to safety. He eventually did. Chicago police say it was resolved peacefully, and the man is now in police custody. Unfortunately, it's happened again. A fight in public over not wearing a face mask. Here's what we know about this situation. A man was shopping at a grocery store in Spokane, Washington, without a mask. A store employee confronted him about it. The shopper said he has a medical condition that prevents him from wearing a mask. You can see him right there holding his phone right in front of that worker. Well, the employee basically asked him what his condition was. The guy refused to tell him, citing HIPAA. The video then shows someone grabbed the man's phone. It's going to happen here very shortly. And then there it goes. And then he walks out of the store and then eventually throws the phone to the ground. But it doesn't stop there. The situation escalated outside in the parking lot. The employee threw an object at the man and it hit him in the head. Managers at the store are investigating the incident. With just over 2 weeks until Election Day, President Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden are spending nearly all of their time in swing states that could make the difference. This weekend, President Trump stopped to see supporters in Nevada. Here's Orko Manna.
16 days from now, we're going to win the state of Nevada. We're going to win 4 more years in the White House.
President Donald Trump stumping in the Silver State Sunday, just over 2 weeks from Election Day. Thousands of supporters cheering for the president at his Make America Great Again rally at Carson City Airport. Trump touting his accomplishments, focusing as he usually does on the economy.
We'll fully resume the Nevada tourism and hospitality industry, which is fantastic. Will come roaring back. And it will. When you vote for me, prosperity will surge.
Earlier Sunday morning, Trump attended a service at the International Church of Las Vegas. His visit to Nevada comes as early voting across the state gets underway.
Voting in this election is critical.
State Senator and Biden campaign senior advisor Ivana Cancela telling me voters have the chance to change the direction of this country. Democrats continuing to criticize the president's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic fallout. The Democratic National Committee even putting up these billboards across the state, including this one not too far from Trump Tower in Las Vegas, calling the administration a failure.
Joe Biden not only has a plan, he has the experience to make sure that we address both facets of the pandemic. What Trump has done is a disservice to families across the country and especially here in Nevada.
Still, President Trump hopes he can count on Nevada in November.
We will make America great again. Get out and vote. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, in North Carolina, Joe Biden is doing what he can to turn a purple state blue as he begins the big and final push to win the presidency. The former vice president is urging voters to turn the vote with a warning not to be complacent. Also this week, Biden will get some help from a former running mate, and that is President Barack Obama. Starting tomorrow, we want to let you know Newsfeed Now will become your one-stop shop for election 2020. From campaign news to the latest polls, we'll highlight everything you need to know with a virtual roundtable. Our coverage starts Tuesday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. We hope you'll join us then. On to more news in the East. An explosion at a shopping center in Harrisonburg, Virginia over the weekend injured at least 3 people. James Madison University confirmed on Facebook one of the victims is a student. The other 2 students were treated and released from the hospital. Fire crews are doing a second search of the area, but they don't believe others are hurt at this time. There's a video of that explosion there, the aftermath of that. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam tweeted it was a gas explosion that occurred there. Fire officials say what caused it is still under investigation at this time. Authorities say 24 people, including alleged members of a white supremacist prison gang, have been indicted in federal courts in Texas, Kentucky, and Mississippi on charges related to shootings, stabbings, and killings. As Marky Martin reports, some of those indicted may have possible ties to the white supremacy group, the Orange Circle.
The states? Texas, Kentucky, and Mississippi. The allegations? Racketeering conspiracy, violent crimes, drug conspiracy, and unlawful firearms trafficking. According to court documents, 13 of the 24 suspects are alleged members of the Aryan Circle, a violent, race-based organization started within the Texas prison system in the mid-'80s. In recent years, its influence has expanded outside prison walls into rural and suburban areas in numerous states. Only one of the 24 suspects remains on the loose, and some of the alleged criminal acts include kidnapping, shootings, stabbings, and patch burning, a gruesome removal of rival gang tattoos. The Department of Justice says the white supremacist group is known to promote discipline and enforce its rules through acts like murder, assault, and threat against those who break them. The colossal case being investigated by a task force made up of some 31 departments across the country, many whose agents tell News Nation they're unable to speak on the federal investigation at this time.
And that was Marky Martin reporting. The Department of Justice made sure to include in its official release that indictment is merely an allegation, and at this time the defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Take a look at this next video here. Atlanta police used a drone to arrest a man accused of murdering actor Thomas Jefferson Byrd, who appeared in several Spike Lee films. The drone video here shows it hovering outside a second-story apartment when the suspect's door is just blown wide open. Now the drone enters the apartment. It starts to survey the living room area. You can see it make its way into that living room space. It then moves to the back where police say Antonio Rhines walks out of a room with his hands up. He was taken into jail. And another rocket launch Sunday for aerospace company SpaceX. This is the company's 14th launch, carrying some 60 Starlink broadcast satellites. Each satellite weighs around 573 pounds. Stacked together, they form the heaviest payload SpaceX has ever launched. And with this launch right here, SpaceX will have deployed 835 Starlink satellites to date. That includes 2 prototype platforms and 883 satellites on 14 Falcon 9 launches since May of 2019. I know a lot of information in that sentence right there, but the project was founded by billionaire Elon Musk. It will eventually involve a fleet of up to 12,000 small Starlink broadband stations, and it's going to be aimed at expanding high-speed internet access all around the world. Google is sending out some new updates to make searching a little easier. This is the coolest thing I've heard in quite a while. So this update is being able to hum to search for songs and other things, kind of like Shazam, but you're humming or whistling, or you got to sing it up to 10 to 15 seconds. That's all you need. You got to sing, whistle, or hum 10 to 15 seconds of the song that's stuck in your head. Then ask, what is this song? And it works. It'll give you potential matches, even if you're not exactly on key. But I think we've been needing something like that for quite a while now. It's pretty genius. Okay, my palms are starting to sweat just watching this video right now. There's a new stadium slackline world record set in Germany. This man right here, he crossed the Max Morlock Stadium at 240 feet in the air. He walked across a slackline from one floodlight pole to another for a distance of 755 feet. It's now the record for the longest high line in a stadium. That is really impressive. And the World Series has been set. Last night, the LA Dodgers beat the Atlanta Braves to set themselves up to take on the Tampa Bay Rays. The Braves actually had a huge lead in this series over the Dodgers, but they fell apart as it went on. The Dodgers took Game 7 over the Braves. It was 4-3. Before we go, a dedicated Tennessee Titans fan, a husband and father to 3 small children, is also one of many people facing a crisis during the COVID-19 pandemic. He lost his job and was facing eviction, but that's when a guardian angel stepped in. Here's Alex Dennis with his story.
Someone had sent me a message saying, Amy is so gracious or something. And I'm thinking, who's Amy? What are they talking? So I start scrolling through, and then I saw it. And I was like, well, it says Amy Strunk. I was like, is that her?
I reached out to the Titans and they confirmed it.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
It's unbelievable news for Jonathan Blaisdell, a dedicated fan of the two-toned blue, who's also a husband and father to 3 small children. He started a GoFundMe page asking for $5,000 after losing his job during the COVID-19 pandemic. Facing eviction, Jonathan called this effort his swing for the fences moment.
Landlord was cool at first, but it started adding up. I mean, we started drowning immediately.
And then a $4,500 donation from Titans owner Amy Strunk.
My wife started to cry immediately, and when I saw it, I couldn't speak for a second. I mean, I talk all the time, but I couldn't.
The donation helped propel Jonathan to his goal, allowing his family to stay in their home.
Just let her know there's a family that's surviving because of her. I mean, because of her generosity. I'd like her to know how thankful our family is.
What a great story. Let's bring in Josh Breslow from Nashville. I loved what he just said there. He goes, I talk all the time, but I couldn't. What an amazing surprise. How did Amy hear about Jonathan's story?
So I'm sure someone had to have sent it to her, because this is a case that, we've all kind of been talking about for the last little bit since, that GoFundMe page was set up. So I guarantee, we don't know for sure, but I would guarantee that one of the players or somebody with the organization actually sent it to her. And she said, you know what? This is a Titans fan. We all stick together. So I'm going to help him out. And he was shocked. I mean, as you saw there, he just couldn't believe that it was really her, and even questioned, is that really the real Amy Adams Strunk that's doing this? Yeah,
I mean, he's probably thinking twice, okay, how do we confirm this? Has the family been able to talk to Amy?
That I am not sure just yet. I know we are going to follow up, though, to do more on that story. That was the first story we put together on what I imagine will be a series, but I don't think he's actually had a chance to talk to her just yet. I mean, what do you say to her? She's a legend, and she's now saved him and his family.
I mean, I don't know. That's a really good question, because, I mean, like he said, it's left him speechless. For somebody to pick up something like this and help out a family, it's just life-changing.
And to her, that, I hate to say that, but it's not a lot of money to her. For this family, it's everything. It prevents them from having to be evicted from their home. And the father obviously is sad because he does want to support his family and take care of them. And now, this huge figure has stepped in to help them out. It's just an amazing story. And we need more stories like this is what we need.
We really do, Josh. I don't want to put you on the spot, but are you a Titans fan?
Of course, 100%. I live here in Nashville. I have no choice.
Right? Okay, what does this say about the Titans organization?
The Titans organization is amazing, and this just kind of further proves that. We've always known that the Titans were great, and now, we have the owner just stepping up to help this family, so they're even more perfect. So if you're not a Titans fan, you're doing something wrong.
Right? I think this is going to let a lot of people become fans now. What a great thing to see, a story we definitely needed right now. Thanks so much, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
And one last reminder about our election coverage right here on Newsfeed Now. Starting tomorrow, we will transform into your one-stop shop for all things election. We will have a virtual roundtable to bring you the latest campaign news, the polls, and much more. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to election 2020. Hard to believe it's just around the corner. Election day, election season. It's a busy one. Again, this all kicks off tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching Newsfeed Now. Everybody, have a great day.